How to prepare for the collapse as a creative person. Hey, I took a little break because things were really hard, but I'm back now and welcome to the channel and welcome to the end of the world. I have a video on my channel that aged really well. It's called The Art Market Collapsing, Biggest Endgame. It's aging really well so far, so if you want to watch it after watching this video, I will link it in the end and in the description as well. Without further ado, how to prepare for the collapse. People might tell you to start learning survival, get a water filter, make your own bunker underground, pickle vegetables and fruits and stockpile on medicine, learn how to create electricity, all of that type of thing. And these are very useful, obviously. Whenever you're faced with a life or death situation, those are important. But today I want to talk about what other people are not focusing on, and it is preparing mentally as a creative person for the event of the collapse. Now, obviously, disclaimer, I don't know if it's actually gonna happen, like World War III or the actual collapse, but things are getting pretty heated and a lot of war analysts are saying that it's already happening. The internet thinks that World War III has already started with the preventative attack of Israel and USA on Iran. And yeah, things have been spiraling since then, but obviously no one really knows what's gonna happen. And maybe by the time I upload this video, things will have gotten really bad. Or maybe they will spiral upward in a good way, maybe. The first way to prepare for the collapse is reading great books. For instance, I would recommend reading the holy books. I'm currently reading the Quran. It is filled with stories of civilizations who have risen and fallen. And this gives us hope that even if our civilization falls, humanity is really resilient and it has gone through such episodes and it has still risen from the ashes. And people have risen from the ashes. Artists have risen from the ashes. So that is something that calms you down when you read the great books, whether it's the Bible, the Quran, or any other holy books. They are really going to prepare you mentally and spiritually, make you feel more ready to face the end, if the end is to come. Any hardship, really, not just the end. The other thing that the holy books teach you is that life is a test. Life is the shortest thing that your soul is going to do. Compare it to the beginning of the universe that extends infinitely, actually even outside of the universe, because God is in and out of the universe, and therefore your soul, which God created and is infinite, life, human life, and the human experience is the shortest thing that your soul is ever going to do in the face of infinity. So no matter what hardship comes, you will know that your soul will live in, and this is just a simple test, a short one. The holy books will tell you that there is a world after, and that will comfort you. For example, atheists or people who don't believe in the afterlife, they really panic when they think about death and they avoid the thought. But now, if the collapse really does knock on the door, all of those people who don't believe in the afterlife, they will lose everything. Like, they will lose their, because they think that this is the only thing there is, and if they don't make it, they're done. They're not going to experience anything ever again, and it will all be infinite darkness and nothingness for them. The holy books, all of them, tell you that there is something after, and even something better. In fact, they say that the current world that we're living in, the human experience, it is like a sloppy sketch of the real thing. So compare a sloppy sketch that a student made compared to a master artwork. That is the comparison made between the human physical plane and the actual divine plane that we are going to upgrade into after this human experience. The holy books teach you good versus evil. And even when things become very hard, very survival, and it's easier, for instance, to steal or do the bad morally things to survive, The holy books will remind you that always going to feel better and be better for your soul and karmic, I don't know, what do they call it? Database or something? To do the right thing. Even if it harms you, it's still better. The holy books will prepare you for the events of the end. In the Bible and in the Quran, they talk about certain events that we are going to notice before the actual end comes, the end of the universe as we know it. One of those very chilling ones, each time I think of it, I get goosebumps, but it's that living people who pass by graves of dead people will wish that they could swap places. They will wish to be in place of the dead person. That is very scary. Also, some of the other chilling prophecies are, I believe, people competing for who builds the shiniest, tallest buildings. The prevalence of... please don't hate me and please don't backlash on me, but the LGBTQ and the queer things. Everything unnatural will start happening in the end times. People will be more depressed, more sick, they will stray a lot. There will be so much atheism and confusion. People will not be happy. They will seem free, but they will be very unhappy. Another book I would recommend in preparation for the collapse is something I read recently. It's called Science and the Afterlife Experience: Evidence for the Immortality of Consciousness. Now, if you don't really want to believe holy books because they tell you information without really backing it scientifically, and if you're the type of person who likes to see the evidence or read something more grounded in the 3D world, then this book is absolutely going to help you so much. You can read it alongside a holy book or on its own. It's going to give you evidence and actual unbiased, unsponsored research of people who have tried to find out if the soul and consciousness survive after death. And the research is just... it can turn any atheist into a non-atheist or any non-spirituality believer into someone who is no longer sure. This removes fear. When you know that your soul is infinite and it's not tethered only into this physical shell, then this makes you focus on other things, not fear. It makes you focus on transcending, on evolving, so that you can get out of this physical plane and go upward and not go down by being a bad, evil person, being miserable, depressed, afraid. It will make you focus on rising up into the higher frequencies so that you can spiral upward and evolve upward. And think about it, even evolution, there are patterns in life. So if evolution exists in the physical world, then why shouldn't it exist in the soul and in the universe, right? I'd like to read you my review of this book. So, this book will take away your fear of death and make you realize there's more to you than merely physical flesh. You will become sure of this. You have a mind with thoughts and feelings and memories, separate from your physical brain. I began reading this in June 2024 because I was afraid of a plane flight I had to take. I was afraid of the plane falling and me dying. While I began reading in the airport, this book instantly took away my fear. It's incredible. I'd always believed and hoped that the spirit world exists, but this book made it all make sense. A week into reading it, my grandpa passed away of old age, and whilst my entire family was in dismay, this book made it so that I felt no worry or anxiety about where is his soul now? Did he disappear forever? I was upset I wouldn't get to see my grandpa in the material plane anymore, but it made me realize he is elsewhere. He is happy and serene and light and with his loved ones. Interestingly, before his passing, he told us he could hear the voices of his loved ones saying they're waiting for him to come to them. This book is so eye-opening, and it dissolves the darkness that accompanies the word death. It's an incredible read. Religions already taught us there's life after death, but this book proves it with cases and studies and analysis and statistics. I'm so glad I found this book and read it. The third book that I would recommend is Buddha's Teachings. Buddha's teachings are amazing. They teach you to detach from desires. It tells you that detaching from your human physical desires is the end of all suffering.
Buddha teaches that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional, and that if we observe deeply, everything is a teacher. The wise Buddha gives us a path to calm. He says, there is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. Happiness is the road we can take. The whole secret of existence is to have no fear.
Fourth book is The Untethered Soul. I'm currently reading it, so I'm not fully done with it, but I probably will be by the time I upload this video. That book is amazing. It shows you that you are not your thoughts. There are layers of consciousness inside of you. And if you have anxiety, you are not your anxiety. You stop fighting reality and you let painful feelings, whether emotional or physical, you allow them to pass through you. You allow them to pass through your heart chakra and not get stuck there, tethering you and making you feel heavy. The Untethered Soul teaches you that death is a teacher, and it also teaches you unconditional happiness no matter the circumstances life throws at you. You don't need a certain set of things to happen for you to feel happiness. You can feel it right away. It's like a switch, and you can choose to live in happiness or live in misery. No matter where you are and what's happening. Now this reminds me of, I don't remember who it was, but I remember exactly how he looks like in the black and white photo. Maybe Gandhi, or I don't remember. It's this like guy with no hair. So there was this thing, this historical event where he was jailed, and he said it was the most healing experience he's ever been through, simply because he changed his mindset from, oh no, I'm trapped in here, I want to go out, I want to live my life, to this is a moment of healing. I'm happy. I'm so grateful to have time to think with no distractions. And it's just crazy. It makes you realize that you're controlling your thoughts and your feelings, not the outside. And that's something that you can control and you always have control over, no matter what people do, what happens, who's throwing missiles at who. No. You are the master. So those are the 4 books I recommend. I will drop them in the description in LinkedIn. No, not LinkedIn. What do you mean LinkedIn? Sorry, I mean in Goodreads. They will be in Goodreads. Links down in the description. Alongside, if you want to buy me a matcha latte, and I know things are hard and people want to save their money and stockpile and everything, but if you feel like making me happy and giving me a matcha latte, you absolutely can support me with that, and the link is in the description. If you don't want to do that, liking and subscribing is more than enough. Thank you so much. So the first thing to prepare for the collapse as a creative person is reading great books. The second thing is journaling. Why journaling? You're recording your survival, which is pretty cool if you think about it. You can reread it. Your children can reread it, or people in future can reread it. Or you can reread it again in the astral plane. If everything has a copy in the astral plane, you can have a record of your human life and your survival. By journaling, you get to empty your overloaded mind. During any type of hard event, things going badly, your mind will be overthinking. No matter how enlightened you are, you will probably have moments of hesitation, doubt, negative feelings, and in this way you will empty them. You will also keep your creative voice alive, and you will kind of show the process from A to B to Z of who you're becoming and how experiences are changing you. It's beautiful to go back and read it in time. You can go back months ago, see what you were thinking, where you were at in life, and then read where you are now. Journaling is really such a calming thing to do. It's not a waste of time. By journaling, you also witness your life. That consciousness inside, it witnesses your life. It's really a thing that you cannot replace. Journaling is just so good, and it's sad that people are losing that thing, forgetting about journaling, not writing. I got this really nice journal from Shein. It has a lock, and I put stickers in it. I even have one from first grade, and every once in a while when I'm going through a lot and just want to remember a time when I feel safer, I go back to my, what was it, third grade journal. It's chaotic, and my grammar and spelling was awful, but it's just really nice. You can add photos, memories, questions for yourself, images. You can print all sorts of things, and even I do this to add music that I was listening to. It will be very difficult to survive the collapse mentally. It will be a very heavy weight on almost everyone. People will have fear in their hearts. No one knows what's going to happen or what the future holds for them. I would tell you to keep creating art. Whatever your art form is,
painting, drawing, sketching, writing, journaling, music, movements, workouts, cooking, whatever your thing is,
just keep doing it. Don't forget it. Keeping your art alive will remind you what you're fighting for. It will also give you an escape from the heaviness. Art is a window into the divine and into a world that could be. It's imagination. Art is the opposite of war, and that is why you should keep doing it as a form of resistance. If they want you afraid, scared, if they're okay with people dying, people suffering, then do the opposite. Do art. Art creates humanity, and war destroys humanity. So to combat war, you'll need to do the exact opposite, which is art. Find a way. Even if you're stranded, you have no internet, you don't have Pinterest for references, your consciousness will give you references. People have literally drawn with anything, rocks. You can find a way to express yourself and to combat war. With art, remind yourself and others what you're fighting for humanity, for beauty, for a better world, for eternity. To read the great books, it is to journal, and it is to keep creating art, keeping your creative voice alive, no matter how hard they try to make you afraid, scared, controllable, or gullible. I don't know the word. Yeah, but you kind of understood my point. And just to lighten the mood, here are some artworks that I've created. Also, I participated in an art gallery recently, which I'm so proud of. I exhibited this artwork of mine, remembers and recalls the Islamic Golden Age, a beautiful age full of unity, science, art, math, human experience, discovery, surrender to God. That was an amazing time where people united everything and were enlightened. Now we've been programmed. We've been programmed with fear, jealousy, self-doubt, materialism, insecurity. But you don't need to be any of those things, and you can unprogram yourself. And even if the collapse does come, even if the worst case scenario comes, you have a soul and you're extremely strong. God has given you infinite energy and soul and chi. You can evolve upward and skyrocket, no matter if bombs are falling around you and people are starving and crying and suffering. You can be rising up, and you can help others rise up as well. That is why I also encourage you to send this video to whomever you think needs it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I can keep creating more videos, because I don't know, bro, like, things are looking so bad right now. But yeah, if I don't see you now, see you in the afterlife. Okay, bye.